I'm pretty hyped.
It is. I am so lucky to be in a region where that is kind of my starter venue. Xanadu is so nice, so beautiful. And we got a couple of nice players right here in Chia and Fluffy, in Yoshi versus Rob. It's going to be fun to see. And we're jumping in on PS2. Always a classic, always a staple.
Right. Ooh. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. So Chia's Rob, normally when I see a blue Rob, I think of like Epic Gabriel, and I think of like the most aggressive Rob I've ever seen. Chia's a little bit more dialed back. And it's not that it's not like trying to knock at anybody, you know, oh, you don't play as aggressive. It's Rob's got a very good defensive kit.
And you can see that immediately in Chia's play, just backing off to the other side of the stage and just throwing gyro and laser, just peltering Fluffy with just like, yeah, come over here so I can F-smash you. Like that's the game now. That's what we're playing over here. And then fishing for grabs when, you know, pressure is on our shield. Kind of the textbook. I'm just going to sit in the corner. You have to approach me, and we're going to see what happens.
Right. Oops, so far, yeah, Chia's kind of got Fluffy's number, but Fluffy's starting to make, whoa, that could have been huge. I mean, the disc gyro's mine. That damage is going on you, and you got nothing you could do about it. But yeah, man, Fluffy's starting to really pick up the pace here, trying to find the tempo that, you know, Chia's been trying to set and just taking advantage of it. Ooh.
Dancing around one another, being awfully careful, and percentage starting to get high, so it's kind of anyone's game here, and who's going to get slobber knockered, and that is a...
Yo, sunny side up, going off the top blast zone with the egg kill? What?
Yeah, exactly. You love to see the egg extension there, but unfortunately, Fluffy has not the lead no longer with a quick spinning arms for Chia to take it.
Oh, man, dude. That was actually fantastic, man. Great stuff from Fluffy. I can't believe we actually just got to witness that.
It was beautiful. Extension into getting scrambled by Chia with the spinning arms. It is unfortunate. Yeah, but a great way to close the gap for Chia.
All right, but here we go. Yeah, Chia's starting to get some good combos and good damage here. And now taking the percentage lead. But, I mean, we saw this stock 1 as well. And Fluffy made a statement taking the first stock with the egg, man.
Excellent stuff so far. And this has happened a few times now, just getting shield grabbed by getting a little bit too aggressive with those buttons on Chia's shield. And now there's a little bit more of that patient play coming out, a little bit more deliberate in the button presses, and not quite a spike, but that was still pretty strong.
Yeah, that could have been very dangerous. So, I mean, Chia got a little bit lucky that we didn't see the spike from Fluffy. But right now, Fluffy, even though they're behind a percentage, I feel like it's honestly in control here just because of, like, the raw kill power like that right there that Yoshi has at their dispense, like, at their disposal. Like, Chia's really got to find a way to turn this up quickly. Like, yeah, that defensive play was working for you pretty well earlier. But, like, now all of a sudden, man, Fluffy is in control. They've got the pace behind them. Like the tempo is in their favor. Chia's got to find a way to turn this around immediately.
And despite that, Chia's still playing kind of on the defensive side, just sitting at ledge in the corner like, yeah, okay, why don't you come at me? And there's kind of the extensions. There's what you wanted to see, that first stock with that gyro. Excellent stuff, and I like getting down safely for Fluffy.
Yep. Using these eggs, dude, oh, how did they miss? Are you kidding me?
Ooh, and there it is. Fluffy knows how to pull out the eggs when they're needed most to poach those kills. Man. My goodness.
Yeah, absolutely baking a cake, man. Just right to a victory screen there, man. Good stuff. That was fantastic, dude. Fluffy's so fun to watch. That first stock was absolutely wild. I don't think I've ever seen someone kill off the top using the egg.
Then you don't see every day. So it's always nice for Yoshi to break it out and be like, yeah, what's up? I'm cool. I know how this works. I can extend.
Oh, wow. That was a match. That was a match. So if you're Chia, what do you need to do, or what do you feel like you need to do in order to turn this around? Because right now, this whole like passive defensive gameplay thing, it was working for a bit, but Fluffy's opening it up like there's no tomorrow, man. Like, no fear.
I was going to say, the defensive kind of game plan going on here isn't quite working, and Fluffy seems to be kind of aware of that and tossing eggs in the gaps in Chia's armor. So you might need to play a little bit more, you know, aggressive. And Yoshi loves to play aggressive too, so you need to be careful about those buttons, but you can't just kind of sit on the sidelines and throw things out and just fully expect it to work.
Right.
After Fluffy has proven themselves to get past that barrier, you have to think about, okay, well, what's next?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
it's difficult.
It was working out, but like, it's just like, if you're gonna play defensive, you got to find a way to keep that wall up to stop Yoshi, because Yoshi just needs a nair. Like, And that foot is huge. That Nair is active. Like, they could just fly right in, and you're just like, all right, cool. We're either trading, and then kind of like, and if you trade with Yoshi, especially when you're kind of sitting at the ledge trying to like play safe, like you go off stage, and Yoshi's got so many tools, so many resources to be able to absolutely abuse people off stage. So I don't know what Chia needs to do exactly, but definitely got to get more aggressive. That's for sure.
Need to fight just differently enough to change the game on Fluffy. So, hey, we're going to game 2. Maybe the game plans have been adjusted as we want to see. Maybe we'll get a game 3 out of this. You never quite know. But as these two are locked and loaded, funny enough, they're red and blue players, but they're blue and red. Well, back to PS2. Now it's the run back. It's Chia saying, you know, it wasn't the stage, it was me. I just need to change my plans accordingly. And similar stuff out the gate. And now Fluffy's just holding onto the gyro. Like, yeah, you have to, what are you going to do? You kind of run out of tools.
Yeah, I mean, well, that was part of the problem before, too, is that Fluffy seemed to be kind of, they were trying to find ways to take the gyro, but for whatever reason, they were getting caught up in some really obscure situations where the gyro was just clipping with Yoshi's still. I mean, it's kind of fair. Yoshi's hit boxes are also Yoshi's hurt boxes, so it kind of makes sense. And then Chia was just finding a way to take advantage of that, but man, Fluffy is certainly dialing it up right now. This is getting really dangerous for Chia.
It's the aggressive plays, and Chia's not really ready to handle that. You said earlier, Rob needs to have a good wall so they don't really get broken down, but Fluffy is finding the gyro and just also finding the opening, so she is losing one of their best tools, and she's also kind of losing a lot of ground, because by going to the corner and then losing trades, it's just difficult to really claw your way back.
Right.
But despite that, though, things looking pretty close in this game 1. Now this barrier is doing a lot better.
Dude, that Nair is ridiculous. That hitbox is so crazy. Oh, stock right there, though. We're finally seeing Chia take that stock first. That's exactly what we need to see. See if they can, you know, keep that a constant factor here. But, I mean, again, Yoshi kill power, pretty volatile, man. We might be able to see the stock be taken back very soon.
Now, see, this is where the defensive gameplay comes in handy. You're up a stock. You can kind of afford to throw out buttons once in a while and keep it nice and cool collected. Not really using the platforms to her full advantage, but at the same time, you're still doing pretty good here so far. That spinning arm's not actually resulting in a KO, but then it's pretty hard damage, and that's the follow-up that Fluffy needed, though. Back to 2 stocks apiece, even Stevens for these two. And now Yoshi.
See how they actually close out that stock, too?
Yeah, exactly. Putting pressure with the gyro and then following up with the fair. It's just really smart and stuff from Fluffy. Really shows their awareness.
Right. Yeah, they're definitely trying to get some plays on this gyro, so Chia's got to be a little careful just throwing that out, because, look, Fluffy is looking for that. Look, they want these combos with gyro. You can tell that they are familiar with the Rob matchup, and Chia's got to, you know, find something new, something creative to kind of keep Fluffy on their toes.
There's the berry. We went for the raw smash instead of anything like an extension. Makes sense, though, but Fluffy getting out with the proper mash.
Ooh, all this pressure.
Off stage game is pretty intense for Fluffy, looking for something. Not capitalizing on that air dodge, though.
Oh.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah, a little too ahead of themselves a couple times now, trying to throw out that up smash. It looks like they're a little desperate to try and hold on to this lead to take this stock away, and I get it, but like, you've missed up smash twice now, and you kind of got a little bit punished here. Oh, should be an up throw. Yep, gonna close out that. No, never mind.
No.
I forgot that Yoshi's actually kind of heavy.
Yoshi's surprisingly heavy and not really under that full percentage just yet, so needs to be careful. Gets the grab. That should be it, though. No, not actually quite times 2. It's expecting more something like the berry, but the up throw wasn't going to kill there either. 181 now. Fluffy kind of living.
Yeah, I mean, Yoshi got some weight. Oh, this is getting a little scary. Okay, somehow gonna clip with that gyro there. You're gonna be able to find your grab. I think you got a little lucky that the hitbox didn't connect to the gyro, and, you know, Fluffy was able to stay alive. But still, Chia's gonna take advantage of that. Gonna find a way to take the stock. You know, 3rd time's a charm with that up throw for sure.
Gyro itself is a mid-tier character. Just the item.
That is the Renaissance man's Luma. Let me tell you.
That it really is. It's its own functioning. Make no mistake, Rob is a puppet character. The gyro comes out, and you're just in trouble. It really is. But I do like how, as we're saying with the Fluffy, even if the stock count found a good stock, but down in a major bit of percentage. So needs to be so careful here off stage, especially as that happens. And that might be it, actually. No, kept the jump, kept the super armor.
Woo!
And just going for the crazy plays. You need to go for something there.
Yeah, Fluffy's certainly trying to find these crazy plays. 139 right now. Chia starting to eat some damage here. Fluffy, there's no way Fluffy makes his comeback, right? Chia's going to be able to close this out.
It should be the case, but you can never doubt Fluffy. I like that B reverse egg leg. And oh no, oh my goodness, you saw that kill screen, right? You saw it.
They caught because it was Yoshi after he does like the throw forward, right? So like Chia caught on like Yoshi's like big nose, and that was unfortunate.
Those two, the hurtbox and the hitbox were not connected in the slightest, but you know what? You gotta take them.
Oh man, that was actually wild. Great play though, just kind of recognizing, hey, I can mash out of here and just throwing out the up air. I think just to throw out the up air just because, but like, Fluffy just kind of went into that, man. They were going for a play, but ended up being Chia's play at the end.
Good stuff though. So Chia evening it up 1-1. So now it's Fluffy's decision maybe to change the stage if something didn't work out for them. Maybe something smaller like Smashville could do the trick. Because Chia was working hard to set up those barriers, play defensive towards the ledge, it'd be interesting to see what Fluffy can do to play around that, whether it's in, those adjustments you need to make mid-set or if it's in that stage pick as well.
Well, I mean, one thing for sure is that now Fluffy has the counter pick here, right? So there's a few options they could be trying to throw out because I think Chia's definitely been trying to play defensive by using that, by playing at the ledge, but also having that platform like just a little bit ahead of them, so it's kind of like a roof. I mean, they're not directly under the platform, but it kind of creates like a very, very interesting hallway situation. So you either go high and get caught by some of like Rob's aerials or maybe the up tilt, right? Or you try to go through underneath the platform where a gyro and a laser is probably waiting for you. But the thing is now is that, again, Fluffy has the counter pick here for stage, and there's a lot of options that they could be going to that could really find a way to abuse that game plan that Chia has been trying hard to implement.
Excellently worded, Skiff. So as we come to a forward here, game 3 almost on its way. They're selecting their stages. And if you're Fluffy, where would you counterpick?
Man, I'm not super familiar with Yoshi counterpicks because I feel like Yoshi kind of does fine at just about any stage. Like, I don't know, maybe a tri-plat situation. Maybe they're trying to go for a town and city. Maybe Smashville even,
It'd be interesting to see if Smashville made it to the polls. Maybe Battlefield, as you said, tri-plats are always interesting, always powerful.
Yeah, they get a lot of extensions on the combos on that stage as well. But we'll see. I'm expecting Smashville Town and City. I'm definitely feeling Animal Crossing. And there it is.
Smashville, indeed. That was the play. Smaller blast zones mean that, and smaller stage size means that Fluffy can close the distance and also get kills slightly earlier in that horizontal plane. So stuff to keep in mind for sure. And ready to scrap.
Like that platform placement too. So like on PS2, there's a little less space between the platform and I think the edge. But here, Fluffy can just kind of run off stage with a nair, and you basically have to be, if you're Chia, you got to be ready for that to just be the option to maybe get that shield going on or something like that. And look at that, knowing that they were going to mash out with the up air and just waiting to see what they're going to do and actually just getting a punish on that, just extending that combo, getting a little bit more damage. And that could have been a stock. I feel like they could have chased him up with the up air.
Nothing big on the extension so far, getting lasered in the face for their troubles and getting spinning arm. The double jump is gone, just left to float with the flutter kick of the upbeat.
Ooh, okay, got a parry. Yeah, that was a parry on like the longest hitbox ever on down air, but gonna find a way to take that first stock. This Smashville pick is definitely working out because Chia's defensive options, I feel like, just aren't as prevalent here for sure.
Back air putting Fluffy in disadvantage just a tad bit. I like the bobbing and weaving, but you're gonna get hit by the spinning arms. Not quite enough to kill. Coming back high with that egg recovery. But still, you're at disadvantage. You're at ledge as Chia's holding center stage and just bombarding you with projectile after projectile. Finding some purchase the egg, but nothing. But it's all about extra credit right now. You have the stock up right now. You just need to get some extra credit. But unfortunately, the up smash will make it difficult to do so.
Yeah, no, great conversion out of that. Trying to see what Fluffy was going to do and be able to react to the roll in with the up smash. Great stuff. But I think that one thing that Fluffy needs to be paying attention here, that Chia's actually caught Fluffy on twice now, is so one of the most important things. A lot of people think that double jump is just free for whatever getting on stage, but twice now Fluffy has double jumped onto stage, and Chia's got to punish with arm rotor. Now, it hasn't taken a stock yet, but it is quite a bit of damage, and eventually later on could be game deciding, but definitely a stock taking move if Fluffy's not careful.
And the air dodges from Chia also a little bit risky. If Fluffy can kind of capitalize him and get the stocks there. Oh, that is very... what a way to go. What a way to take a stock there. Just kind of egged you up, and you are going down, down, down to that blast zone.
Man. Oh, and you tried getting the down smash too, and unfortunately, see, right there, tried going for the arm rotor again after the double jump on stage. Fluffy was able to find a way around it this time, getting caught in the egg at the last possible second, not gonna get spiked. But man, yeah, Fluffy's kind of running away with this one now. Oh, they had the read there too.
Fell into the spinning arms, has the double jump though, has the ability to make it back, no biggie. I like the grab too, that was really nice. Can you get something stylish on the end of it though, Fluffy? Can you seal the deal with something cool? Just the back air, and it does the trick. Fluffy with a 2-stock on Smashville Game 3. That's gonna steal it for them. Excellent work.
No, very excellent work. I mean, that's why it's important sometimes to take that game 1. Like, yeah, if you don't take game 1, you can find a way to answer back in game 2 with your counter pick. But in game 3, especially that best of 3 format here before we get into the top 8, I mean, that could be all the difference. Like, they were able to go to a stage that they needed after what I feel like they kind of downloaded Chia's game plan, especially trying to be very defensive from what we saw in PS2 and just kind of use that, Smashville, platform layout just to, take advantage of that, put on a lot of damage, take some stocks, put Chia in some really bad positions. Honestly, worked out great for them. Going to be moving on to the top 8 qualifier here. Going to be taking on Pokelam, who's been running Steve, though. And Pokelam, also a crew league threat. So, I mean, this should be very fun as we get into that later.
And they're both part of the same crew, so it's going to be fun to have that little bit of rivalry right there, kind of duking it out. But to kind of lay it down on the table for you guys, the winners quarterfinals matches, where everyone's competing for a shot in winner's side top 8, is going to be Hungrybox versus Zane, 9 Super Pie versus NM, Pokelam versus Fluffy, and D-Ace versus RJ. Tons of good characters and tons of good competition and players as well. Love to see the diversity.
Right. Well,
like Lucario, Duck Hunt in my time.